DMX. I never really was a Tupac fan. Never really got into the music. Never understood all the hype. DMX was far better.
Daria wanted to put the camera over there and then start calling
The camera over
camera at the outdoor and the stuff.
it only falls when we turn corners. See, when I hold it, then it doesn't fall. But when we turn the corner too fast and I don't hold it, then it falls over. Look at this crazy person behind this. They're about to crash their car because they're driving too fast. Boys in the hood. Why do you assume that I've watched these movies? Come on, get out. Stand here. Let's go. Alright, we are heading inside of the kindergarten. Morgan. Morgan. Stupid. Dude. Stupid. your stuff on the ground. Put your shoes on. Why is she crying? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? No, this morning. This morning I heard you crying. Put it on straight. It's not straight. Look at it. It's still not straight. What are you doing? Thank you. Put it down. Morgan. Right here. All right, you got everything? Give me a hug. You kiss. Batu. Need more. And don't lick your lips, okay? Because then you're gonna make it extra dry. Look out. I need this. You look like a frog. Okay. It's crusty. So I'll tell you, get it. Okay, we'll put the cream in it. Go like this. Okay. Hello. Got booger. Alright, drop. Have a good day. Okay, go inside. Gotta go. Come on. You're not baby. Drop. Why? Friends are Jason and Katarina's coming soon. Okay. But I mean you got other friends. Go. Go inside. Go inside, Rain. Okay then. I have to go. Have a good day. Okay. Love you. Go inside. Your teacher's gonna call you. They're gonna be like, Rain, come inside. Bye-bye. Go. Yes, you are going. Go. Go. Rain, go inside. Yes. Come on, yeah. Ooh, look at the doggy. Alright. Kids, man. It's barely 8 o'clock in the morning. Already got attitude. Find anything to cry about. Ridiculous. Ugh, take her upstairs. No, don't want to go in. Don't care. Laughter. Loads better today. I finally have my nose open, throat not sore, headaches are gone, almost back to 100% health. It was crazy last week. I got sick, and then I had like one day where I was feeling good, and then the very next day, I got sick again. So hopefully this time, where I have good health, is a lot longer than last time. I wanted to do a live stream specifically talking about snakes in the grass and to give you guys some of my experience of how I've dealt with snakes in my grass. I was gonna do like a separate stream just for this, but I'll speak on it a little bit here. So I mean there's a common phrase of choose your friends wisely. The five people you surround yourself the most, that's who you'll end up becoming like. So if five of your friends are all alcoholics, you'll be the sixth. Now, I mean, I know this isn't like 100%, but it's a pretty good saying because generally, It is true. So when I was in high school, and these are all real stories, by the way. I'm not gonna make up anything, but I will change the names of people because some of these people are still alive. If I use someone's real name, it's because they died. But majority of the time, they'll be fake names because I don't want to, put everyone's business out there like that. But I had this friend in high school. His name was Javi. Now the thing with me is, I had five really close friends, right? To the point where I considered all of these guys to be my brothers, right? That's how close I really considered these guys. And one of these guys who I considered to be my brother, his name was Javi. I think I met him in eighth or ninth grade, probably like the end of eighth grade year, and we were on the basketball team together. So in total, I knew Javi for about, let's say, 5 or 6 years. We were pretty close, and these were through our high school years. So we did a lot of things together. Like I said, we were on the basketball team together. We went to a lot of the same hangouts and parties together. We were always around each other. But I never knew that this guy was a snake. Looking back on it, I mean, it's obvious that this guy was a snake. And I was just, young and dumb and just ridiculously naive because I truly love this dude. No Diddy, right? But just like a brotherly love. Like this was really my guy. Like he was, I thought, to be a really good friend. And at times he was a good friend because there was one point where I I got kicked out of my house and he let me come stay with him and his mom and his little brother for about maybe a month or two. I can't remember how long it was exactly, but yeah, he did me that huge favor one time, and I was so grateful for that. Right? Uh, I thought that was a really good thing that a friend would do. Like, yo, like hold me down during a time where I desperately needed. But looking back, I don't really think that was such a great thing that he did. I think he probably did that for other uh, selfish motivations. But anyways, let me get to the point. The point is that me and Javi, we were friends for I'd say about 5 6 years. Javi had a friend named let's call him Gary. Now Gary and Javi, they were best friends, and they had been friends way longer than me and Javi. Like they went way back. I think they went to like middle or elementary school together. So yeah, they had been knowing each other really long time. And Gary and Javi, they played baseball together. And at my school, baseball was like the biggest sport. They were both really good. But Gary had this girlfriend named Michelle. And in high school, you always have those you always have that couple, right? That is just like, always together. High school sweethearts, right? They met in kindergarten and they've been together forever. So that was Gary and Michelle. And the thing about any of my boys is, like I said, I considered all my friends to be my brothers. And I would never want to do any of my brothers dirty. So any girls that my friends or my brothers mess with, that's just automatic. Like you don't go there. That's always off limits. I don't even look at their girls like that. This wasn't the case for Javi. Javi, he had to have every girl. Javi, he was a bigger guy, but not ugly, right? I wouldn't consider him like fat. He was just a big, solid dude. But so I mean, he wasn't like ugly by any standards. But yeah, Javi, he didn't have a bro code. He didn't have any moral code. It was just, yo, if she open, I'm gonna slide in there. I don't care if you know you're my dad. I don't care if you're my brother. Like I'm gonna slide in every single hole. Like a hole is a hole. That was Javi's code. So like I said, Gary and Michelle, they've been together since like the beginning of time, right? And we're young and you think like, oh, these relationships are gonna last forever. Anyways, Gary and Michelle, they end up breaking up. I don't really care because I'm not really into other people's relationships. It's just stuff that I hear. But anyways, they break up, and I'm talking to Javi one day, and he's like, "Yeah, um, Gary and Michelle broke up, and one day me and Michelle are hanging out, and Michelle, ends up, you know, topping me off, and this is normal conversation that I have with Javi all the time. Me and him, we always talk about girls, about sliding different girls, that we want to hit and stuff like that. And Javi, he has this habit of filming a lot of the girls that he's doing stuff with, and he likes to show off and show me these things. I don't really care. He catches me off guard, like he's like, oh yo, look at this, and then it's a video of him like pounding some torta. And I'm like, yo, like that's wild. So I mean, this is like normal conversation for us. But when he tells me that he was doing stuff with Michelle, who is his best friend's girl or ex girl, whatever, I'm like, yo, that this is actually wild because like, isn't Gary your guy? Like you don't feel no type of way about like doing this with his girl? And he's like, yeah, yeah, man, she came over, and I'm just like, wow. So immediately, like strike one, that should have turned on a light switch for me to be like, wow, this is my friend, and this is how he does his friends. So why should I think that, later down the line, he wouldn't do the same thing to me? Fast forward, he did do the same thing to me. Now I had been dealing with another young lady for a series of months, and we had grown close. Now, we were never in any sort of official relationship, like she was my girl or anything. But she might as well, she should have been because of the amount of time that we had spent with each other. So, I mean, she wasn't my girl, but everyone knew, like, oh yeah, that's his girl. Anyways, he does the same thing to me with this girl. He does it in a very a very sneaky way too, might I add. But the situation with him and Michelle, that happened like years before the situation happened with me. And at that moment, I should have known, like I said, oh, this is how this guy operates. He has no bro code. He has no moral compass. It's just he needs to hit every girl. And the thing is, I think that he kind of got off on taking other people's girls. But I mean, being homies, that's just something that you that's extremely frowned upon. But that situation should have told me everything about his character. Now, I overlooked a lot of his behavior because I considered him to be my brother, and you know, you overlook a lot of stuff with the people that you love or that you call family, which was to my detriment. But as I continued to hang around him and then eventually live with him, me, Javi, and another one of our good friends, we all got an apartment together years on later down the line after high school. More and more began to unravel about his snake like nature. And it was a lot of these things that could have prevented me a lot of harm had I had the knowledge at a younger age to really decipher people's motives and their true character. It's really easy to see a black snake sliding across your green grass. Then you can just, go over to it and stomp off its head or, run it over with a lawnmower or something. But when you're so naive that you don't even recognize a snake as a snake, you just think, oh, that's a stick in my yard, and you just constantly ignore it. That's when you get bit. And man, looking back on all these situations, it's just like, wow, I overlooked a lot of stuff. I let too many things slide that I shouldn't have. But I guess in the end, you obtain great wisdom and you learn how to deal with people like this a lot better moving forward. So I guess the message I want to leave you guys with is keep your eyes peeled. Don't really listen to what people say, but look at their actions. Look at what they do. And when people show you who they truly are, believe them. Don't overlook them. Don't give them a pass. Right? Don't look past all the red flags. Well, they're called red flags. When something piques your attention about a person, go with it. Don't ignore that gut feeling because generally it's true. What the? Oh my goodness, that's. Yeah, I thought that was a freaking like hornet or something coming to attack me right in my neck. It was a bloody feather. That scared the mess out of me. Excuse me, you guys. That was kind of disgusting. All right. Bring it back. Guten Morgen. I was in the car. She was fine? No, she was acting super weird. I don't want to go in. Just standing by the door, so I just left her. Huh? She just left. Yeah, she was like, I was like, did you see you? Nah. What if she walked back outside? I doubt she would walk back outside. Where she gonna go? She would see. Yeah, I'm not gonna play that game with her. She like, oh, like, no, I don't want to go. At least you should have said with me, let them know she's there. You get juice. The other teacher saw her. There's other teachers standing in the hallway, and I just gonna let her just, dip. And I highly doubt that she would just dip. Samuel, that's not milk, that's tea. You're drinking coffee. You're a little too young to drink coffee. No. What is that? Yeah. In Pfaffenhofen. Yeah. Isn't that where your grandma used to live? Why does that water taste sweet? Yeah. What you eat? What time are you leaving? What time is your